Hey everyone, it's Angie. It's quick and easy day and we are making a little scalloped box today. This is what I'm sharing. It's another Christmas in July project and it's super easy and quick. We are using the Stampin' Up scalloped blooms or blossoms. I think it's the scalloped blooms. I'll show them to you in just a second. But it is two of them together and then we're matting it with the designer series paper I've been using because we really only have a few Christmas patterns this year. So this is the main one that I'm using because this was my favorite. So I just tied it at the top and then there's a little box inside that you will be able to fill with goodies or a small gift. So it opens like this and there's the inside. I didn't put anything in it. So when everybody starts coming out with all their Christmas, like Hobby Lobby and Michael's, which they're already putting Christmas out, you know we're going to start popping in some Christmas candy. So I'm going to grab some whenever I find it. But yeah, you can fit any kind of cute little candies in here. It doesn't even have to be Christmas candy, y'all. And you can use this as a little party favor or anything like that. So let's get started with it. Super easy. By the way, if you haven't heard, the Stampin' Up has come out with a new foil system and I showed it in my last video. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am so excited about this. I have done so many things with it. I haven't made an actual card yet. I'm still working on that, but I've been playing with it and it's so easy to use and it's so exciting to have a foil system. But check it out on my blog at stampingwiththemori.com because I have it posted there from Sunday. All right, so this is what we're using for it. I'm going to be using the Scalloped Blooms, and then I'm using the Poinsettia, which is this one right here, and I'm using Bright Christmas Wishes on this one. And I just stamped the Christmas wishes, but I'm using the leaves and the little poinsettia, which this set is gorgeous, y'all. I'll show you here the one I did for Sunday, and if you haven't seen them, you need to go check them out. I did one that's non-traditional and I love this. It's gorgeous, but the detail in these poinsettias, we've had poinsettias before, but the detail in these are absolutely gorgeous. I know I will be using them a ton. So this time I put the stamped one on the front here, right there, and that's what we're going to do on this one. So you know how I love these scalloped blooms, and this is such a great set. I know a lot of you have gotten it. Some of my customers, I know you have already gotten these. So here's another project for you. So I'm using the largest and the second largest. So there's the largest. Every other one is stitched. So look how gorgeous these are, y'all. You can coordinate these with your circle punches and it would be so pretty. And then, like I said, I'm using the stamp of the little poinsettia on the poinsettia. This is called Pretty Poinsettias. All right, I think I'm half asleep, y'all. It's afternoon, but it's been a busy day. This is the dies for those, the leaves and that. And we are going to stamp them and run them through the cut and emboss. All right, so let's go ahead and do that first. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to do it again in real red, and we're going to do the center in Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use the Peaceful Pine for the leaves. Peaceful Pine is one of my favorite, y'all. So we're going to stamp that. Isn't that pretty though? I just love this bundle. It's gonna be, it is already very popular. It's already in the online exclusive. I'll have everything linked on my blog at stampingwiththemori.com, where the inspiration sheet will be for this. So I am going to stamp this twice to fill in that area, the center area. And then we're gonna do some Peaceful Pine for, can you see the difference in opening these? These are so easy, y'all. I love these magnet ones. All right, I'm going to stamp these twice I put 2 on there at one time. And then I'm just going to use 3, so I'm just going to cut out 3. But these are so easy. I love those. I haven't had any problems. I heard a while back people were having problems with solid images, but look how gorgeous that's stamped. So I don't know what happened there. So we're going to grab these and we are going to see where that biggest one is. Goes this way. See if I can find it. Oh, it goes this way. I'm going to grab a little bit of mint tape. We're going to run these all through the cut and emboss, and I will be right back with all of these. Okay, y'all, I got 3 of the leaves and one regular one. So let's go ahead and glue these on. I'm going to use my glue gun for this, and we'll have it all ready to go. So I'm just going to add a couple here on the side. We'll do a small one and a large one. And then we'll just do the other one on this side. Okay, now that's ready to go. Let's make the box. All right, so I cut out 2 from the designer series paper. This is the same designer series paper I've been using pretty much all along. It's called a Stitch Season. This is the one right here. I used this pattern right here this time, but I love this paper. I love both sides. I don't think I've used just the back side yet of any of these, because I love this quilted look. And then the other side is just prints, and they're so pretty. So that's what I used. This is the smaller stitched one that I cut 2 out of, and then I cut out 2. Okay, oh my gosh, where did the other one go? Okay, oh, here you go. I cut 2 of these. This is a day, isn't it? And then this piece is 6 by 4.5. So 2 real red cardstock, 2 designer series paper. We're going to go ahead and glue those together now. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It just seems like it's one of those days. I don't know why. So I'm just centering it here, kind of like so it lines up with the other scallops. Isn't that pretty though? Just like that. I love this paper. I may use it all up by the time the end of July is here, because basically this is the only designer series paper beside the gingham one that I have. I'll be using some of that too again. All right, so we are going to get the Simply Scored, and we're going to score these, and we're going to score the box part. Okay, so on here, you just want to line it up, and you're going to score it at 1.5. So just line it up, find your 1.5, and score all the way down. And do the same with this one. I'm trying to line it up straight. And then score all the way down. All right, so for the box, you're just going to score it at 1.5, all 4 sides. So just score it at 1.5. All right. I hope I'm not making this look more difficult, y'all. I feel like I'm having some kind of a day today. All right, we're going to glue these together first, just like this. Just line it up and make sure that your edges all match here. That's why I like to use wet glue for this kind of stuff. And I'm just going to line it up. And I'm going to make sure that my scallops meet each other on the top here. we go. I didn't need quite that much glue. Okay, on this one, we're going to cut this just like we cut our other boxes. I'm just going to cut it and turn it. You can cut it both ends like you normally do. I just like how they fit together. I don't know if this makes any difference or not, but for some reason they've been fitting much better. Okay, we are going to glue all these corners, just like we've been doing with all our boxes. And we're going to line these up. Line up your edges. So this little box on the inside is 3 inches by 3, and it's 1.5 tall. So we are just going to add that to the center here of this. Again, I like to use the wet glue to make sure that that's kind of centered in there. And you're just going to bring this up, and these will meet like that. You can squish your sides in a little bit, like press them in just a little bit, and it kind of helps it to close a little bit better. But I'm going to take my little 1/8 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch it in the center. And then I'm going to mark it so I have them both the same. I didn't get that exactly in the center, y'all. All right, I am going to use my Peaceful Pine for the ribbon. I think I used this the other day for my project too. And we are going to just tie it up. We need to stamp our sentiment too. And I'm just going to cut some here. We can tie a bow. You can pick whichever side you like the best. They both pretty much look the same. I hope I have enough for a bow on this. Yeah. There's our little bow, and then this one is a little bit more centered, I think. Let me see. I like it this way, going this way. We're going to do it on this side. All right, let's use some dimensionals. I like to turn them this way, and this one I kind of did it the wrong way. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine, y'all. And we're going to put that there. And I am going to grab my paper for my sentiment. And we're going to use some VersaFine here. And I'm just going to do the Christmas wishes part. You can do it all if you like, but I decided to just make it shorter. I'm just going to cut that. And be careful not to smear it, because this will smear. And we're going to put it right up at the top here. Just center that. Aren't these cute though? Wouldn't it be a cute like party favor, or like at your dinner table? Even a teacher's gift. Yeah, I think they're really sweet. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's super, super easy and super quick. Thank you so much for watching. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwiththemore.com. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.